Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and welcome to another video on this channel. I have not posted on this channel in so long, and I feel like reviving it. So yeah, I'm going to revive this. I'm going to basically be doing satire videos and story time videos on this channel. There's a Google Forms link in the description. If you guys have any stories about yourself, you guys can get featured instead of the video. Also, first comment on these videos, the first comment I basically get on this video that says Notification Squad, you guys are going to be basically given a shout out inside the next video. So yeah, make sure subscribe notifications on so you get notified whenever I upload. And yeah, just like the video if you guys haven't already, and let's get right into this.
I'm far from fucking useless. I'm so done from talking the facts. All my life been bound in the back. 180 my life when I got in a rap. Hardest hate made me want to get strapped.
So basically, I had this teacher about last year, and he was honestly my worst teacher. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So basically, I did do decent in his class. It was hard to do good because I usually get like A's and all that, and yeah, I kind of got B, so that's honestly not good. Honestly, my dad kind of got mad at me, so yeah. I just want to say that this teacher is absolutely horrible. I never had a teacher like this. What he would do is basically he would just make random moans inside the class. Like, he would just yell out my friend's name. Like, say that my friend's name is Tony. So basically he would just go like Tony, and then we would just make a random noise like something like that. And it was just honestly the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And obviously he retired. He retired about last year, right after, you know, my first year at that school. And honestly, like, he couldn't have retired the year before because that was honestly horrible. And he would just like teach, like the way he taught also was horrible. Like, I never seen anything like it. Like, he would basically give you an assignment, right? But when he tries to explain it, half of the class is not even explaining it to you. Like, legit, he just tells stories about his own life and about his like wife and how they got a dog and something. Like, he doesn't even talk about the actual subject, and when he doesn't even explain what's on the test. Like, instead of just normally saying like, when you go into a class and they normally just like, they explain, they teach you. He doesn't teach. He's just like, he explains the subject, but that's not really what we're trying to learn. Like, what we're trying to learn in this class, I had him for biology, so we're trying to learn stuff on biology, and when he gives me the test, all the stuff on the test has nothing to do with what we learned. So that's why I didn't get to do on his test, because like, he didn't even teach us like what was on the test. And half of the class he's either talking about his personal life, or doing like, he's talking about like his wife, or he's just randomly making moans, or he's, it's just horrible. And then yeah, in the beginning of the year when I first saw him, he already, I couldn't tell if he was good or bad, because like, just looking at him, he had like sweat on his armpits, and he's like, he legit looks like a skinny Santa. He's like 80 years old or something like that, I don't know. And like, it's just bad, because like, there was only one kid in his class that I could say that probably did good, and that kid was like completely like trying to be the teacher's pet. It was insane, and it was just horrible. And the kid ended up talking too loud and like with his friends, and then the teacher ended up freaking giving detention to his like teacher's pet, and the kid almost started crying. It's the funniest thing. And then after that, like, there was also this other kid, like, there would be like a group of kids inside the corner, obviously, like talking and stuff, and he would just go delusional. Like, he would just start yelling at them horribly. Like, I understand obviously they don't stop talking, but the way he did it, like, there would be classes next to him, like, everyone hated him at the school. Like, everyone just like, they're like, I'm not going to say a teacher's name, but everyone hated him. And even the faculty, like, even the staff didn't like him, but they didn't fire him because, it was his last year, which is honestly really pointless, because it's just ruining some kids' futures as well. Didn't ruin mine, but, some kids honestly failed that class, and it was just horrible, because their whole future's just gone just like that, just because like a teacher doesn't even know how to teach. He's making random moans. And like, one day, like, my friend, right? So I was wearing this orange shirt, right? Picture this. So I was wearing this orange shirt, and then my friend Tony, obviously, he's hilarious. So he likes to make jokes, right? And he basically just yelled traffic cone. I don't know. I just found it funny. And then the teacher just comes over, right? The guy just comes over, and he just like looks at us and he's just like laughing. He's just like laughing along. And then all of a sudden he just goes into a straight, deep, serious lace. Like, just imagine somebody laughing hard and then they just instantly stop and just go. I was trying not to laugh at how that transition went. And then he started yelling at my friend. It's like, you do not shame people and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, he doesn't understand that me and my friend are joking, all this thing. We're just having fun. And he's just like taking it seriously. Like, I am probably the most insensitive person you will probably ever meet. And I don't care, honestly. Like, if somebody were to say something like that to me, I honestly just like laughing at myself. Because you can't laugh at yourself, can't laugh at all. Honestly, let's just be real here. And like, you know, like my friend legit got embarrassed. Because like, he's just sitting there and he has to like do 3 sips. I mean, he's not embarrassed, but like, he just finds it as a joke. And then the teacher's like taking it seriously. So honestly, I just found that ridiculous as well. But what else? Like, the way he also was, like, there was this kid also inside the class that would get detention like every single day from him, and the kid doesn't even go to the detention. Like, the teacher doesn't even go to the detention. Like, he's like, oh, I want to help you at the class, but he never actually does. He just says that just so you know. And he doesn't even do it to detentions. Like, when he says, I'm giving you a detention, he doesn't go because he just wants to stay home. And, like, as well, like, when the sport's on the TV, I'm not going to say what my home team is, but when there's a sport on the TV, right, he would, like, root for the opposite team, which is a complete bandwagon. Like, obviously, like, he tries to stay logical with it. Like, he tries to act like a big sports fan, but then, like, our team's, like, winning, right? And then there's another team that just scored, right? He starts clapping for them. I mean, obviously, like, I'm okay with that, but he says that all the time, and it doesn't even seem like he even cares, because he acts like he's a big sports fan, and he acts like he supports the team. But obviously, if you're just, like, you know, just, like, trying to bandwagon and stuff like that, you know, you're not really a fan of the team. And also on the MCAS day, because we had to take biology MCAS that year, which was real horrible. Like, this year, I had a really good biology teacher. It's anatomy and physiology. I wouldn't have taken chemistry because that's just horrible. Chemistry is horrible. But, like, I had this teacher this year. Like, she's so nice. And then you had, like, him last year, and he was my MCAS. So, like, I'm not sure what I got on the MCAS. But, like, I hope I did well because, like, honestly, that's just, like, a big deal, especially if you're trying to get into college. And you have to, you know, you need to, if you want to graduate, you need to pass the MCAS. Which, obviously, I think I did pass the MCAS, but I just don't know if I got a high score and stuff like that. Because, like, every single person with that, like, the average in that, like, an average grade inside a class would probably be around, like, a B or a C range. And then, like, his class, it was probably in the D's and F's, his class. Obviously, I didn't get that. I got a B, because I honestly had to work my butt off all the time. It was just horrible. Because, like, also, he, like, in the beginning of the year, he missed, like, the first, like, few, what would you call that? Like, he missed, like, a quarter of the year, just in the beginning of the year. He was there for, like, 3 days, and then he didn't even come back for, like, 3-4 months. And then when he came back, he acted like nothing happened. Like, let me just explain this to you. Like, he just came back and he's like, oh, I just had some personal issues, but we're okay back now. And he just got into the subject. Like, you don't do that. Like, if you're gone for 4 months, you're supposed to explain what happened, or just say, like, something else. You don't just, like, instantly go like that if you're gone for 4 months. And, like, I just don't understand it from his eyes as well. And he also tries to blame students as well for, like, oh, you're, like, for their grades as well. Because, like, you obviously, his grades probably in there were not good. My dad also wrote him a report because, like, I usually get A's in my class. And my dad basically wrote a report. He texted him via email, right? And he gave him this whole, like, paragraph of, like, oh, why is my son not doing well and all that. And they got back to him. And then my dad also asked inside there, what is, like, the average grade inside the class? Like, what's the grade average in there? And he didn't even respond. Like, he didn't even respond. And then he asked him again. He still didn't respond to the email. He responded to everything else but that. It's like, obviously he didn't do, the grade average in there was not good. But yeah, that's just really, like, about it. Like, there's so much stuff I can go on and on for, but I honestly find him to be the worst teacher. As well, he, like, put inappropriate stuff on the TV. Not like extremely inappropriate, but, like, you know, like, cartoons. And, you know, like, I don't know, he's just very delusional. Yeah, I think he's the worst teacher in my opinion. But yeah, that's about it. I know they're probably worse teachers, but I mean, for me, that was honestly my worst other teacher. And honestly, like, compare other teachers, that I've seen on YouTube videos. He's far worse. But yeah, that's all I got for today's story time. I'll try to keep this weekly and get one satire video weekly. Again, there's a Google Forms inside the description. Submit your stories in there, and I can review them. But yeah, have a wonderful day, guys. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace.
Being fake, half these rappers now are mannequins. Yeah, I'm real, that's why I called it. I've been getting so much notice nowadays, they think I bought it. I will be a success, I promise, cause I thought it. To be honest, all the stress from trying to make it is psychotic.